All right, there we go. The red light is on. It took a second now. I'm not going to lie to you. It really took a second. We are live, guys. Ben and Bananas, Wednesday night. It's 9 p.m. Eastern time for us Floridians, but hopefully everyone is doing good. Did you have a good Wednesday, Miss Elle Dawson?
I did. I did. I went to physical therapy because that's all I do now. It was good. It was good. Took the dogs for a little walk, got some sun.
Oh, that's awesome. Sun's good. Talking about sun, will they see sun Saturday night, UFC Atlantic City? Guys, a UFC that's not a pay-per-view, that's not in the Apex. I know everyone's complaining about it. I know it's a big deal. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's going to be a great show. It's packed. It's on ESPN, the main card. Erin Blanchfield in the main event. I think they're trying to create a superstar here. If she wins this match, 99.9% she is fighting for the world championship in her next fight. So a lot of good stuff to get into. But before we do, and if you guys have any locks, any underdog plays, any parlays, put them in the chat. We'll talk about it. But my dear friend Elle Dawson sent me these.
I'm so hungry.
Good? First Farm, level 1, the salted caramel. Like, that's the one you wanted me to do. So
I want to see you try this. Like, I want to see your face expression when you try this.
So last show I was just drinking whiskey all Tuesday afternoon. I'm not doing that. My head still hurts.
I'm sending Dave a message, subliminal messaging with some protein bars.
I know. It's an air horn. I like that, Eddie. What's Sean? It's about time to go back to Atlantic City, play big role. Yeah, I agree, Sean. Good point. Good point, Sean. I like that. Atlantic City. I'm literally opening this up right now. My first bite. Do I give it a rating? Can I do
please
that?
Do. I want to see your genuine reaction
so this is
before I take my.
Elle was super pumped about it. It's First Farm salted caramel, very first bite. This is what we're doing on the show now. We're gonna get into the show. Trust me, Erin Blanchfield will get a ton of time, but we're chilling right now. Here we go.
We're chilling. Tell me that does not taste like a freaking Twix bar.
It's so good. Like, the texture is amazing.
It's a freaking candy bar. Like,
yeah.
It's the best protein bar ever. I swear. They just came out with carrot cake too, and I had already ordered my stuff for the month. I was super bummed.
9.3 is my rating. It's so good. That is delicious.
Texture, overall flavor. I don't know what else would be a category on a protein bar rating. This should be a thing. We should rate snacks every week.
Yeah, I think we're doing it. The Gold Bar whiskey was a 8.4. That was yesterday. This is a 9.3. This is delicious. And it doesn't have that chalky taste that all protein bars have. This is delicious. There you go.
I'm glad you liked it. I'll send you some more. We'll get some carrot cake next time. We'll do the carrot cake ones.
Can't wait. Oh, so real quick, guys. I never do this. Like, I'm just not that guy. I support fighters. I love buying. I got This Is the Way shirt. I got G shirt. I got K-Rock shirt. Like, dude, K-Rock is not in the UFC, whatever, but I love buying people's shirts, fighter shirts. I bought last week, already arrived, a UFC 300 t-shirt. It is insane. It is so cool. I will wear it next week. And then for our live, guys, we're going live for 7 hours on UFC 300. Watch along, giveaways, multiple fighters coming through. It's going to be a fun time.
Let's go.
Sean, Facebook keeps loading my page with delicious snack ads. I'm sorry.
Send us some ideas. Tell us what you want to see rated. We'll rate snacks.
All right. I got to stop. All right.
I know.
Well, that's good. UFC Atlantic City. Blanchfield in the main event. We always go this. We go best bet, underdog, 3-5 parlay. Everything's on the table. Elle, we'll start with you with your best bet of UFC Atlantic City.
You know what I'm going to say. Like, I've been raving about this fighter for so long, well before she was anywhere near a title shot. Man, I just think Erin Blanchfield is the best fighter in the flyweight division right now. She is going to win this fight. She's going to get a title shot. She's going to have the belt. We love snacks. She's going to have the belt by the end of this, by the end of this year. It's going to happen. It is freaking destiny, I swear. I'm so high on her. Man, the level of competition that she and Manon Fiorot have both had is really impressive. But if we really break down the styles of their opponents, I don't
Yeah.
think Fiorot has fought anybody like Erin Blanchfield. Erin Blanchfield does something so special, and that is the way she uses her striking to set up real wrestling takedowns, which is so rare in the women's divisions. A lot of women like to tie up. A lot of them have judo backgrounds. A lot of them have jiu-jitsu backgrounds, but not wrestling. Erin Blanchfield has a beautiful double leg, and she knows how to set it up at any point in the fight. And she is world class at doing so. I just think that her ability to stay safe is going to outweigh Manon Fiorot's technical striking. I think Erin Blanchfield can stay safe in that in-between time between the longer striking range and when she actually gets to the legs. I think she can stay safe there. Fiorot doesn't have a ton of finishes. Her only finishes in the UFC are Victoria Leonardo, who's not like elite level in the flyweight division. She's kind of a middle of the road fighter. And then Tabitha Ritchie, who was debuting short notice and isn't even a flyweight. I know Tabitha Ritchie has great grappling, but she was massively undersized for that fight. If you look at, man, Fiorot hasn't finished anybody since that fight. And Erin she's so tough. I don't think that I think Fiorot has to finish Erin Blanchfield. I think Erin does too good of a job controlling on top, too good of a job setting up her takedowns, and too good of a job staying safe on the feet. I don't think she's going to get clipped on the way in. I expect a lot of this fight to get chewed up against the cage because Fiorot does have great footwork. So I do think that Erin Blanchfield is going to have to take a lot of shots, but I expect her to take those shots. I think she will. She constantly shoots for the takedown. She chain wrestles so well. And once she gets you there, she's so dangerous there as well. So after seeing her
heavy
fight
in the best way possible, like a compliment for a female, it's hard, but she's
100%.
So heavy, kind of like what Jillian is all the time. Like we just saw in the grapple,
Yes.
She's on top. It's glue, super glue. You can't get off.
I know I'm not supposed to break down the whole main event at the beginning of the show, but I have to talk about Erin Blanchfield. I'm a fan. But after seeing her fight Tyler Santos and seeing her stay safe against one of the heaviest hitters in that division, who we now know would not still be in the division.
Little juicy juice, are you saying? A little
juicy juice, and she still beat her. It wasn't.
She's not taking first farm bars. She's not doing that.
not eating protein bars. Like it. She still beat her. It wasn't her prettiest performance, but she has such good fight IQ, such good in-fight adjustments. I'm just can't have enough good things to say about Erin Blanchfield. That's my
via finish or just win?
Just a win. I am very impressed with Fiorot's footwork. Yeah. I think that it'll take some time for Blanchfield to get to those positions where she actually has like a dominant controlling area on the ground. I think it's going to take a little time because Fiorot does move her feet really, really well. And it can be really hard to get a hold of those fighters.
Right.
But I think Blanchfield will make the adjustments. I think she'll press her against the cage. Yeah. Love
it. Guys, you know this. If you guys comment, have questions, or even have your own best bet or underdogs, we will talk about it on the show. So there we go. We're you had such a good Erin Blanchfield recipe there. So we missed on a couple comments. I want to go back. Try something places utterly nuts. Just got some stuff from that's not a bad idea. We can try that. That can be our snack next week. I like that. Utterly nuts.
Utterly nuts. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
snacks. I'm so pumped. I love to eat. I need an excuse to eat on camera.
Double leg game strong should probably going to be a problem for a long time, for sure, guys. I have that question back of your head. Sean, love this. It's going to be so hard during 300 to listen to y'all in UFC commentary. Don't listen to the UFC commentary. We will be your commentary for UFC 300. We will be drinking, eating, having fun, talking with you guys. The fights, we're going to have a big TV here in the studio watching it, and just watch along with us. Watch along. There you go. Snacks? Yes. There you go, Mr. Michael. We're eating tonight First Farm salted caramel bars. They're delicious. Another bite. I was going to have like one bite going right through it.
All right. It's not a slow eating snack. It's definitely not.
Yeah. Man, it looks solid against Rose.
Nah, Fiorot's just good. Like, I'm not discounting Fiorot by any means. I just think Blanchfield's on another level, and I think her style is unique, and I think it's really difficult to deal with no matter who you are. So I don't think a broken finger affected Rose's performance that much. I think Fiorot's just bigger her, you know?
With you being an Aaron Blanchfield fan or rooting for them to rooting for her to win the championship, is there a lean of Grasso or Shevchenko as someone you want her to fight next, or don't care? She's going to beat them both.
I don't know. I would think that they're both tough matchups in their own way. I would think Grasso might be a little bit tougher.
Okay.
Just because but then you have the kicks of Shevchenko, but that gives Blanchfield opportunities to catch Valentina Shevchenko off balance, which I think leads to more takedowns. So, and Grasso has really good balance and footwork and just such clean boxing. So I think they pose different challenges. I would honestly, Grasso might be a little bit harder of a matchup for her.
Okay. I like that. Wow, you guys are coming through. I love this. If it's DC on commentary, might prefer y'all, but love Anik and Rose.
What's the beef with DC? Anik I love DC.
Yeah. John Anik is the GOAT. We love that. But yes. I think you all, Sean, we'll have more fun. We'll have more fun. Come through. Please come through. Eddie, Sean O'Malley was made a star from side commentary. Watch David L going to make someone a star. Right?
Let's go.
I like that as well. Michael. Okay, you're doing a 300. Yes, we are doing a 300 live stream. I was going to call you. I knew you're on vacation. Didn't want to bother you in the family. We're doing a 7-8 hour live stream, my man. Cannot wait. My main man, Christopher J. Blanchfield will finish in the third round. Yeah, I can see that. I like that. Man in length might be a little difficult for Aaron.
I want to look up if she's actually that much longer.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up. I was going to say, even if she might early rounds, but I think sooner or later, Aaron is so good of just, she gets in your hips. She will get in that phone booth with you. And that's one of her strengths. I think sooner or later.
And dude, she just looks so much better each fight. You have to take into consideration the adjustments that she's made. So Manon is 3 inches taller, 66-inch reach, and Blanchfield has a 68-inch reach.
There you
That's
go.
Why she can wrestle so dang good.
Sean, there you go, man. We're just giving it back. She's actually got more of a yeah. Dubai. Yes, Eddie. Dubai Karate Combat. Huge news there today with Luke Rockholt and Joe Schoen in the main event. I do think it should be good. Yeah. Pretty cool fight. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone I don't know. Maybe someone's talking to Karate Combat right now about doing something. I don't know. We'll see. Fly
us down there, Dave. Let's go.
I don't know. We'll see.
Let's go to Dubai. Not down
All right.
Over there.
Underdog plays. L dropping the facts. That's what she does. She's a secret weapon in all of combat sports, Miss L Dawson. Your underdog play. I think I talked you out of it. I don't know. Are you going to use that one?
No.
Use a different one?
Google talked me out of my first underdog play.
Because I'm all in with Lupi Godinez. You know me. I'm a Lupi 4-0 last year. I think she's going to get the job done. It's going to be a good fight, but I am on Lupi's side.
If she can make the right decisions, she can win that fight.
Yeah.
Man, I love Jandiroba. I think she's so underrated. She out-wrestled Marina Rodriguez heavily, who has amazing striking and is tough as nails. Like Mackenzie Dern had trouble keeping her down. She couldn't finish her. Like Marina Rodriguez is a dog, and she's got power and she's got phenomenal boxing, and she's a little bit longer than Godinez is as well. So I like Jandiroba. It's not my underdog pick, but that's a little extra underdog for you guys. There's actually a lot of good underdogs on this card. There's even some underdogs that I don't like personally, but I'm like, man, that's a good matchup for you. But man, the one that really stuck out to me is Reese McKee. I know we're Cheaty guys. I like Cheaty a lot. But I do not like seeing him go back down to 170 here. He's not a small middleweight by any means. and he has not made 170 since 2016, guys.
Yeah, that's
2016. So I don't like seeing a 35-year-old fighter on a 3-fight losing streak dropping not just 10 pounds, but 15 pounds to a new weight class. So if he even makes the weight, I think he's going to have a really tough time. Chidi doesn't necessarily have phenomenal cardio as is. I think that additional stress from the weight cut that can affect your chin, that can affect your cardio a lot. I expect him to feel like he needs to finish early. And Reese McKee has fought some good guys on the Cage Warrior scene. I know he doesn't have that UFC win just yet. And if this fight was at 185 or a few years ago, I think I'd feel very differently about Chidi here. But I just don't like seeing an older fighter like this dropping so much weight for the first time in a very long time. I think Reese can weather the storm of that first round from Chidi and just pick it up. He's got the kickboxing experience and he is very skilled on the feet. And Reese McKee's main issue in the past has been his wrestling. I know he's 0-3 in the UFC. One was Khamzat.
Well, that's not good.
But one was Khamzat. One was another very good guy whose name is escaping me. And then his third one was a decision loss to Anja Lusa, which I'm pretty sure he also took on short notice. And Anja is a very well-rounded guy. He's a really talented fighter. And he is a good kickboxer, but he also can wrestle, and he's super explosive. And he carries that explosive throughout.
Alex Moreno. Another good fighter.
Alex Morano is not a bad loss either.
Yeah, Morano, no good losses. Yeah.
Very underrated guy. So I agree. Like, I agree with you, Joe. Like, Lusa beat him. Definitely, but you beat him on short notice, and I don't think Chidi can carry the cardio.
No, a loss is a loss, Joe. If you die in there or barely lose, a loss is
I'm not saying it was a close fight. I'm just saying that I don't see them posing the same problems for him, and I don't think Chidi's not going to wrestle. So
I agree. All right, comments in here. Keep on coming through. Michael David goes, "What about the Petruski fight?" That's a good point. So as soon as he said that, I thought. It's so funny. Ran into Andre Protowski, I believe, in Atlanta, if I remember right, Michael. So I looked this up real quick, and I love doing this. I love guessing the odds, and that fight just didn't jump at me. I didn't know that Michael is the huge bet-in underdog to Mao Kun, who's 3-3 in the UFC. 2 of those wins are people who are not even in the UFC anymore. Like, I think that's a good fight. I think that's a close fight. It's almost a coin toss. I would probably even lean Andre, to be brutally honest. And then he's a plus 205 dog. Like, I like that a lot.
If he's that big of an underdog, I would take the dog in that fight too. I do. I agree. I think that's a very close fight.
Yeah, like
Petruski's shown a lot of improvements too.
Like, I was just going to say that, like, he's not what he was 3 years ago in the UFC. Like, you can see him exponentially get better and better in fights of that. Mao Kun should have gotten the nod versus Allen. No way. Brendan Allen's never lost a fight. I've never seen it happen. Joe. Dude, Joe should be on the show. I should send him the link. My fault, Joe. My fault. I should have sent it to Joe. I just
invite Joe. Come on the show. Come live with us.
Marina's got great striking. Absolutely. So Sean's going back with the Marina. Let's
see.
They very two solid matchups, as prelims could easily be on the main card.
It's a good card.
Agree. You mentioned this. Losa did almost absolutely kill. Wait, Christopher J. Chris, you're asking L where she sits with Roosevelt versus SDU Dumas, but no, me, you don't care about me, Chris. But I get it. So
this
L, we gotta answer the questions. They want to know where you sitting on SD Dumas as an underdog.
This one's tough. I like Dumas a lot. A part of me is like, is this too much too soon? Because, dude, Nurse Sultan, how do I say his name? He has a lot of experience. However, a lot of his experience is against not super high level competition. So like if I were putting money out on fights, I would probably stay away from this one. Cause for me, we just don't know enough about either guy. On paper, I would lean towards Ruzabov because he just has more experience. And I think Dumas is super exciting and I really like him. I was watching him on the regional scene before he even got signed to the UFC. He's just a fun fighter. But I could see him making some mistakes, maybe getting caught in something like a sub. Joe is absolutely right here.
Yes.
I would take the under if you're going to bet on that fight because
Well
I
played,
can't
Joe.
tell you a winner by any
Yeah.
means.
And one thing, just real quick, SD Dumas defeated a guy who's literally fighting on the main card of UFC 300. That's gotta be something. That's gonna be something. So SD Dumas, shout out to him. Let's see. Yeah, I love the under on that one for sure. Joe, great call.
I agree.
All right, let's keep it rolling. So you got to bet in best bets. Aaron Blanchfield, underdog Reese McKee. How about a little 3-5 parlay? I'm still chewing on this salted caramel. The salt in it is just extraordinary.
Perfect. And the little crunchies. I don't know what the little
too
crunchy
much, not
things
too
are.
subtle. Oh my, it's delicious. Shout out to First Farm.
All
right.
3-5 parlay. Dude,
Yeah,
I told you last week that my 3-fight parlays are cursed, and it happened again.
Yeah.
Because Mike Davis crushed it. Yep. Isaac Dolgarian got absolutely robbed. And then Brian Battle also got robbed. And that was my 3-fight parlay last week. Like, I swear they're cursed. Like, those all should have been just freaking locks. Anyway, okay. So this week.
I'm not even going to write it down.
You really shouldn't. I don't even know what the odds are for it now. But so I'm going to start off with a fight that was supposed to be my underdog play, but it's not because of Google and Dave.
You froze out. I'm eating a protein bar. All right. L. Dawson froze on us, guys. I apologize. In the middle of a 3-fight parlay. That's how bad it's cursed. It's so cursed, even the internet doesn't want it. There you go, Sean Sterling. Definitely comment of the night for sure. There you go. Live TV is the best. It is the best, Eddie. All of our stuff from now on will be live. I'm going to do more live shows. Even talking about the 3-fight, it's so cursed. It's so real. She hasn't hit one. Last time L. Dawson hit a 3-fight parlay, my twin girls were literally like drinking bottles out of the milk. Like, they're literally, when we go out to Chili's now, they want to eat off the big boy menu. They don't even get kids meals anymore. That's how long it's been. I agree, Eddie. The curse is real, my man. I don't know. Let's see if Elle can get back into it. I bet you had like her phone died or her laptop died or something. But let's see. If I was going on a 3-fight parlay, I'm going with Vicente Luque in the co-main event. I just saw him just literally before getting on. He's minus 120. Guys, Buckley is really, really good. Elle's back.
Okay, sorry. I don't know what happened. That was super weird.
Dude, you ready? Everyone started, look at these notes. It would talk about the curse. The internet went out. That's how bad your thing is cursed. Look at all these notes, Elle. Everyone was talking about it.
It's real. The internet doesn't even want you to hear my parlay. That's how cursed it is.
I started giving one out. That's how bad it is.
Eddie said live TV is the best. Even talking about the 3-fight is cursed. Okay. All right. No curses. We're done with that. All right. Starting off, first leg of my parlay. Verna Jandaroba and Lupita Godinez is going to go the distance. Okay. Both girls are super tough. Verna's not a big finisher. Honestly, neither really is Lupi.
Yeah.
So, like, she can, but it doesn't happen a lot. And Verna's crazy tough. And I expect there to be tons of grappling because I don't care what anybody says. Verna can freaking wrestle. That girl has some of the best wrestling in the whole division. So that's going the distance. Second, I have Bill Algeo winning by decision.
Oh, okay.
So this fight is going to be super fun, by the way, because most Bill Algeo fights are pretty fun, but Kyle Nelson is definitely like, he wants to strike. Like, normally I would think this style of fight would kind of play to Nelson's strengths. And like, this is the kind of fight he would like. A kickboxing matchup with another guy who likes to fight at range and doesn't wrestle a lot. But I think the difference maker here is going to be Algeo's volume and his pace. Like, he constantly is throwing and it's super awkward and there's always something in your face. If you look at the Alex Hernandez fight, Alex Hernandez had a really hard time finding his rhythm. And Kyle Nelson is a pretty technical striker. but he needs to have, and those guys need to have rhythm. When they fight a real awkward guy with super high output like Algio, I think it breaks that rhythm up. And I also expect Nelson to gas a little bit and not be able to slow down the fight. I think Algio's pressure and pace is just gonna, if he loses the first round, he'll win the second and the third. And then my last pick of my parlay is going to be Julio Arce wins inside the distance. Yeah. Like, this is
That's the lock of the night to me. That's the lock of the night. Arce is the lock of the night.
I agree. And I want, the reason it's in my parlay is because the odds aren't great. Right. Otherwise I would have gone best bet with that, but I felt like the money on Aaron Blanchfield is so good as a straight bet. But
yeah, it's not bad. Not bad.
Dude, Julio, like, he's beat guys like Dan Ige, David Tamor, like, and he's so well-rounded. He has phenomenal takedown defense, really clean striking. He has knockout power. I know he's a little bit smaller than Herbert Burns, but I just don't think that matters. I don't think Herbert he's a shotgun. He's got one shot. And if he doesn't take down Julio Arce I just don't see that happening with Arce's takedown defense and Burns' lack of setting up his shots. If he doesn't take him down and sub him in the first 2 minutes, Burns is losing this fight. So I'm all on Arce here. I expect him to finish middle of the second round to the middle of the third round. I think Burns will be gassed after the first round, and I think he'll quit or get knocked out. So
I love it. Godinez goes the decision. Bill Algio winning via decision. Arce win by stoppage. I love that a lot. Joe Arce, look at this. I feel Herbert gasses quickly. I agree, Sean. Absolutely. Joe Arce is money. He's not like Moicano money, but he's pretty damn good. Another kind of funny one that just jumped at me. We're just kind of chopping it up, guys. Maybe anyone with any UFC 300 chatter or talk, come in the comments. I cannot wait. I bought a secret special t-shirt for UFC 300. I cannot wait for Saturday, April 13th. How about Nate the Train, who I felt a year and a half ago was getting so much buzz, kind of feeling that Molly McCann Patty buzz. The Barstool was almost a little bit behind him, winning fights on main cards, all that stuff. The man's lost 2 fights in a row, and now he's an underdog to Jamil Emmers. Like,
who's on short notice too, I'm pretty sure. Wasn't Emmers the replacement?
Yeah. What? Not crazy short, maybe 3 weeks, but yeah, not a 7. Dude, G's known about Michelle Watterson for a month now. Like, it's June 1st. Like, you know, I mean, maybe she knew. I don't know. You know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a full fight camp for sure. So, yeah. I agree with that, Sean. I just like on those coin flip fights, you take the underdog. If you just do that enough via betting, plus 205. I told you, Andre's plus 205. Nate the Train is like that. SC Dumas is in that 200. If you take all 3 of those guys, like if you win 1, you're really close. If you win 2, it's mega night. If you win 3, for goodness sake, the
you
kids
can put $100 on that parlay and win thousands, like, for sure.
Should I do that, Al? I still haven't caught up for my.
Plug it into the calculator. See, I think both guys are kind of suspect. Like, Herbert Burns knocked out Nate the Train. Do you guys remember that? Like, yes. That's insane to me that ever happened. But that's like ingrained in my mind. And Emmers is long and awkward and throws knees. But I also feel the same way about Emmers that I do about Nate the Train. I don't think either of them are super good technical fighters, but they find ways to win fights because they're awkward to fight. And it's really, really difficult. They're just awkward in different ways. Nate the Train never goes away. He's always in your face. And there's no time for you to like set up your game because you're constantly dealing with his. And Emmers is long and awkward and lanky and does weird stuff that is unusual, you know? So I think it's just going to be a weird fight.
Here's your 3-fight parlay. SD Dumas, Andre Patowski, and Nate the Train. Put $100. You win $2,043.91.
That's worth a sprinkle. That's worth a sprinkle.
Like, all 3 of those are coin flip type of fights. What you got, Chris? Nate the Train. There was a guy I watched from the beginning of his career when I worked XFC. People are sleeping on the train. I agree. Like, a year and a half ago, Nate, I'm not even joking, I think he would be a minus 400 betting favorite in this fight. Like, he had that kind of momentum. He was on a main card of a pay-per-view. Like, He had that buzz. 2 L's. People forget about you in the UFC pretty quick. So there we go. All right. I think we did. Anyone else? Any UFC 300 chatter? Put it in the comments. If not, we are rolling. L. Dawson and I. Erin Blanchfield in the main event. If she wins this fight, she will be fighting for the UFC Flyweight Championship later on this year. Hopefully, they can sneak it in that November, December, a good card.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden or in Las Vegas. Could be a co-main or a big prelim fight.
MSG is the way to do that. If you're gonna give Erin the opportunity to win the belt, do it. Yeah, do it in that area.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. We agree, Sean. We agree because I like Loopy in that fight, to be brutally honest. But if Loopy has a bad IQ fight night, I can see her losing a decision, split decision. It's gonna be a close fight.
Even if she just gets taken, it's all whether or not she gets taken down.
Right.
Because if she hits the mat, she's stuck there. Now, like Jandiroba has such good top control. I really think that if she gets, it's all whether or not she can set up the takedown. If Loopy can box and stay long, she can win. But if she gets taken down a couple times, I think Jandiroba takes it.
Good. 300 is an A+ card by Christopher. I actually disagree. It's a A++ card. Chris, it's one of it is the greatest mixed martial arts card of all time. I know the main event is probably not what we all wanted. Still, it's Alex Pierre versus Jamal Hill. Absolute banger of a main event. But from the top to the bottom, full garment of the card is the greatest mixed martial arts card of all time.
Oh, yeah. The whole card's stacked.
Yeah.
I was complaining about the main event too, but only because they built it up so much. But the main event doesn't even matter. The rest of the card is so good.
We all thought it was gonna be like Michael Jackson versus Michael Jordan in an MMA fight. Like we were all talking about that, like that kind of craziness. Wish 300 was at the Sphere. It would be crazy. But Sean, here's the great point. UFC 300 is so amazing. It's so good. The fight card's so good. Like this is amazing. And now UFC 306 in the Sphere will be amazing. Like you have two different things. Even Connor and Chandler at UFC 303 right in the middle. We kind of have like 3 epic once in a lifetime type of events in 1 year. So I kind of like what they did, to be honest.
Who's your bet for 306? Who do you think's going to headline?
300 has 2 real fights, but I put Max and Justin in the main event. Max and Justin is the best fight of the night. Totally agree. Totally agree. Oh, you said what's up? Ask that again.
Who's going to headline in the Sphere? Any ideas?
I would guess right now. I think it's going to be Sean O'Malley versus Marab.
I could see that. They're both or O'Malley's a Vegas guy too, so
huge Vegas guy. He's probably, we talked about him and Ilya being the 2 biggest young stars that they have in the whole company, and Ilya's not going to do that. Like Ilya, I think they will do some Dubai or Spain or just a different market. Sugar Sean already talked about it. I know he likes to fight, gaps of time. I think that's the fight. It makes sense. I think the whole night will be good. Like Dana already talked about a lot of Mexican fighters being on the card. I think you stack it up. I think, Grasso will probably be involved. I think, Izzy versus Drinkus.
No, God,
no.
No more middleweight title fights on.
No, I agree. Like this is
great cards. Like
that could be a great co-main event, Chris. I think it might even be on International Fight Week, to be honest. I think I heard something about that, how tough ends. I think 303 is where Grasso and Shevchenko's fighting. 306, it really could be Blanchfield versus Grasso. Could.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. Is there a debt date for the Sphere yet? Do you know?
What's up? Yeah, September.
It's September?
Mexican Independence Day.
Right. That could be a quick turnaround. Whoever wins the belt may not want to fight that soon.
Right. So. Connor Chandler's 303.
Yeah, it's 303.
Fighters already talking about it. Cody Dern already spilled the beans on the beach.
Yeah, I saw that. On the beach.
All right. You guys have been amazing. It's been a very good night. First farm. Where's that? I ate the whole thing. I'm sorry.
I might eat my last bite now.
Yeah. That was really good. 9.3 rating. Salted caramel. There you go.
It's the best flavor. It really is.
And then if you guys want to have a real good night, Gold Bar, Look at that whiskey, Gold Bar whiskey.
It's called Balance.
That was a good one. That was very balanced. Good night. Good night, Eddie. Appreciate you, man. Cheers to all of you guys. Hey, guys, enjoy Saturday, UFC Atlantic City. It's on Big Boy ESPN. We love that. We love when MMA gets to the limelight. We're out of here. Next Tuesday, huge live show. Another 2-hour live show will be coming Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I've already got like 2 or 3 guests lined up. So, El, we should be a good one. Uh-oh. I don't think we does.
Definitely not.
Ever. Yeah. You can't.
I'm not even like I can't bet on the UFC.
Yeah, it's very true. Can't true. Literally, there's a text in our thread, something about liking Grant Dawson. I go, no, El, I don't like Grant Dawson. I go, I love Grant Dawson. We love us some Grant Dawson here at Fight Bananas. That's for sure. Love it when it's on TV. You can change channel with March Madness. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Just curious. All right, we're out of here. No more comments, or I'll keep on reading them all night. I'm sorry. If you keep putting them on there, I'm like Will Ferrell, and it's like what is that movie? It was Austin Powers. If you ask me anything 3 times, I'm going to give you the answer.
I don't remember that.
All right, guys, we're out of here. El Dawson, Dave Van Auken, Fight Bananas. Subscribe to the brand new YouTube channel. The old one died, 3.5 thousand out the window. We need all those subscribers back, so subscribe back to the new Fight Bananas YouTube channel. Have a good night. We'll see you guys later. Sean, the 300 commentary will be legendary. It will be legendary.
It will.
7 hours. You better come through, Sean. We'll see everyone there. We're giving away T-shirts all night long. Have a good night. I'm hitting the button. Sorry, I'm pushing it. We're out.